Ruse. That's a good word. Muchachos!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Ozark characters.
There is no us. What's this?
It's a car.
For this list, we're looking at the best and most popular characters from the hit Netflix series Ozark. Since we will be discussing plot details, a spoiler alert is in effect. What do you think of these characters? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Roy Petty.
Good morning.
Roy Petty is a pretty despicable antagonist for most of the series, showing how unstable he is during multiple instances.
Working this case for 2 years. Undercover. 2 years of my life, you see. It's all blown now.
What makes him such an interesting character is how ruthless he is in his efforts to prove himself. He's ready to go to any length to try and convict Marty Byrde, even supplying Rachel with drugs and honey-trapping Ruth Langmore.
You think I just happened to be right next to you when I needed somebody who knew the lake? Huh? I found you.
But as we get on in the series, we see that frustration with his work and the emotional turmoil with his drug addict mother has brought him to this point.
I missed you, Roy.
Well, you don't have to miss me anymore. I'm gonna move home full time.
Despite his almost sociopathic behavior towards his informants, Roy still shows he cares for those close to him. Just make sure you don't get in his way or on his nerves.
It's a bad idea.
Number 9, Helen Pierce. Helen Pierce is a stone-cold hand of the cartel. When she makes her entrance, she emits an aura of someone you do not want to mess with.
You must be Marty Byrde.
Yeah.
Helen Pierce. I'm the attorney for your employer.
Calculating, intelligent, and at all times professional. You always wonder whether she's telling you everything. She acts as an even more threatening replacement for Dell, as she is just as dangerous, but more complex than her predecessor.
I know that you are upset about the change of plans. Let's just try and make the best of it.
You learn that she is desperate to have a relationship with her family, but also protect them by keeping them out of the loop.
Aaron must never know. There will be consequences for anyone who speaks truth to my daughter. Do you understand?
She even demonstrates how effective she can be when she's on your side. But unfortunately, it doesn't stay that way for Wendy after Ben reveals it all.
Enough! Get out!
Number 8, Wyatt Langmore. Wyatt is perhaps one of the most moral and sensible characters of the main cast in Ozark. He was the first to bow out of robbing Marty once he found out it was the cartel's money.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
3. Oh, yeah.
Good choice.
Despite his pessimistic outlook on life, he's also constantly looking out for people. And despite coming from an actively criminal family, he takes issue over even petty thievery.
What did you do?
What does it matter? It's yours.
I don't want it.
While fans might disagree with his pairing up with Darlene, he's still a victim of everyone else's immoral actions, but is oftentimes still willing to do the right thing.
Look, I got nothing to say to those people that'll change the way that they see me.
Number 7, Jacob Snell. When you move to the Ozarks, you are bound to come across certain influential groups from the area. This includes the local drug dealers. The Snells fall under this category, and they are nuts.
God damn it, Darlene. You just cannot do that.
I want to buy that talk. You know that.
Man was guessed.
While the wife might have a hair-trigger temper, the man of the house has earned more respect from viewers for his level head.
If we were expected to stand down, that you never, ever try and hit me on my wife ever again.
Even though he might not be as unpredictable as Darlene, his intelligence and ability to compromise make him the more likable of the two. But he still wasn't quick enough to get one over on Darlene.
It'll be quick. I promise.
Number 6, Jonah Byrde.
The Ozarks. That's like woods and stuff.
Initially, we see Jonah as a timid boy with a bizarre obsession with animals.
Did you know that turkey vultures have a wingspan of over 6 feet? They feed on dead animals.
But instead of rejecting the world and causing havoc where it's not needed, he instead tries to make sense of it the best way he can.
I could even catalog license plate numbers, and we could buy one of those scanners, like the kind that shopping malls and airport parking lots use.
As a result, Jonah quickly becomes an asset.
Who's Mike Fleming?
It's the name on the passport you got me. I used it to open a bank account, along with 2 offshore accounts. One in Panama, another in Cyprus. They're numbered just like you taught me. Every time I got paid for doing homework, I'd generate an invoice and mix in some of the dirty money with the clean.
Okay. Not only does he learn the trade and begin making money on his own, he's also proven he's not afraid to do what's needed to protect his family. He's very competent for his age, his motivations are sympathetic, and his actions have seldom been detrimental.
That's a lot of gun for a little guy.
You need to leave.
No. We're gonna visit for a while, right? Get to know each other.
Stay back.
Number 5, Ben Davis. Being stuck in the middle of all these dangerous people is hard enough without adding someone unable to cope with high-stress situations.
That's kind of always been a problem of mine. I'll go deep into another person's shit. Or I spin out on a thing that hasn't happened yet. It might not happen. I worry. I just worry.
Ben Davis is dramatically introduced to us, showcasing his erratic behavior by destroying students' phones.
I bet you're f***ing looking at me now!
In several instances, Ben is shown to be very self-destructive. However, his extreme reactions are almost always in response to something very dark and tragic. In a way, his pure shock is practically normal compared to the events surrounding him.
Let's talk about Ruth's dad.
I need you to keep your voice down.
I will not keep my voice down!
He finds love, but unintentionally puts people in danger. You can't help but feel sorry for him. He just wants to do the right thing, but he can't understand the consequences of his actions.
Where can I take you? Where can I take you? Where you can just be and be okay.
Number 4, Buddy Diker. The first time we meet Buddy, it's pretty startling. But this elderly gentleman on the verge of death is the most reliable and down-to-earth character in the series. Even though it seems like the Byrdes are saddled with him initially, he soon became a fan favorite.
We're all dying the minute we're born. Goes fast. Don't waste it. Don't waste it.
He was a strong mentor for Jonah, a facilitator for Marty, a solace for Wendy, and a savior for the family. Despite his grumpiness, he's a warm and safe presence in a world brimming with danger around every corner.
What do you think you're doing?
You need to shut your tamale hole.
He provided a sense of security, which is why his passing was perhaps one of the saddest moments in the series.
Buddy? Buddy?
Number 3, Wendy Byrde. As a character, Wendy fluctuates the most throughout the series.
Just calm down.
Why should I calm down?
Because you're gonna scare the kids.
Well, at least I didn't tell them that their father launders money for a drug cartel.
Okay, you wanna get into this right here, right now?
While attempting to get settled in the Ozarks, Wendy is often seen spiraling as she tries to make sense of her current situation. But when she's in her element, she is incredibly intelligent, willing to go to extreme lengths to manipulate others to get what she wants.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Foreman. This is as uncomfortable for me as it is for you. Or maybe not.
However, it's her pride, ambition, and ego that ultimately put her and the family in even more danger. She's so focused on becoming successful that she is blind to the greater context of her actions.
You can't. You can't keep up with me. And I have one sliver of success, and you lose your mind.
This is what ultimately makes her such a compelling character. Now, if only she didn't cheat on Marty.
People cheat. They have sex with people who they aren't married to. It happens. It's not unique. I was unhappy. You're not exactly blameless in this.
Number 2, Ruth Langmore.
You owe me a job.
What?
Am I speaking Greek?
In a world that despises her and has given her an awful serving of life circumstances, Ruth shines bright. While she starts out as a conniving brat looking to kill Marty, she quickly becomes the most valuable asset the Byrdes have. Constantly thinking outside the box, she commands respect from her peers. She's smart, doesn't take any nonsense, and never buckles to pressure.
Let her go!
I seem to remember what happened the last time you tried to pull a gun on me, baby girl.
Get in the car.
But no matter what she achieves, she never gets cocky, never losing sight of the people she loves. This unrelenting integrity and character make her a fan favorite.
Stupid bitch! Come on!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Omar Navarro. This cartel boss knows how to strike fear into others.
You exist for me to use! What did you think, huh? That because you were American, you were not gonna get your hands dirty, Wendy? If I am at war, you are at war! We're not partners! I own you! And if you call me again like this, I will make sure that you remember that.
Ruth Langmore. You do not want to get under the skin of this wild card.
She's in so far over her head. It'll be a minute behind it, whether I'm following the case or not. The truth is that Rustas are better than every
Rachel Garrison. An innocent business owner dragged into the whole mess.
Honey, I need you to go now, please. Listen to me. I have a target I need to hit. I need some more time, and even until the fall. Hey, listen. Hey, Rachel, listen to me. I work for somebody. Stop around with the papers.
Marty, I need you to go now.
I heard you. I work for somebody, and if I don't hit my target, there's going to be men that are going to come here that are going to kill me, they're going to kill my wife, and they're going to kill my kids.
Darlene Snell. Straight up out of control. Enough said.
I'm so sorry that I hurt her.
Good.
Charlotte Byrde. Often angry with her life in the Ozarks, she nonetheless tries to get by.
Unless you want your whole life blown apart, you have to listen to me, okay? You can't tell anyone. Trust me. You don't want that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Marty Byrde. In the beginning, we see Marty as a man grasping at straws in an attempt to keep him and his family alive.
More shoreline than the whole coast of California.
Excuse me?
This place right here has more shoreline than the whole coast of California.
And while his life might be filled with overwhelming anxiety, it's also when he does his best work. With his fierce intelligence, Marty is hazardously efficient at what he does, constantly dealing with new twists and turns that seem impossible to surpass. Marty always finds a way.
I don't get it. I mean, it's something to ponder, isn't it?
He might fall to hubris occasionally and has cracked from time to time, but there has never been a moment when the audience stops rooting for him.
You come anywhere near me, my family, or Ruth again, the next time you see your son, he's gonna be hanging from a bridge in Juarez. You got that?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.